Hi, I'm Lisa. My goal with every video I make for this channel is to take advanced learners of English to the final level of fluency. I want to help you understand the vocabulary in newspaper and magazine articles, and I want you to be able to use that vocabulary in both spoken and written English. I also want to make sure that you can pronounce those words and expressions correctly. In this video, we will read another article from Time magazine, and you will have a chance to repeat after me so that you can practice speaking with the good accent. Some of the words and expressions you will learn in this video include to quell, or the expression on the heels of, or another expression, to bring someone up to speed. And you will learn the noun behemoth, and brokering, and third party. There are many more that I will teach you in this video. And then at the end of the video, I will show you a list of the words that you learned, and that way you can test yourself to see how many of them you remember. The article is from Time magazine. It discusses the problem of fake Amazon reviews. When you want to buy something online, I'm sure you often read the reviews from previous buyers. Reviews are comments from people who already bought that product. But can we be sure that those reviews are real? In some cases, somebody was paid to write those reviews. Let's read the article together and let's find out what Amazon is doing to fix the situation. The title of the article is Amazon's New Weapon Against Fake Reviews, a lawsuit aimed at thousands of Facebook groups. It was published on July 19, 2022. The link to the article is in the description below. The first paragraph is pretty easy to understand, but it has some words that my students commonly mispronounce, so let's take a look at it. It says, Amazon is suing more than 10,000 Facebook group administrators for allegedly orchestrating review fraud on Amazon Marketplace as the war on fake reviews continues to heat up. Let's look at the pronunciation of suing, to sue. In British English, that U is pronounced like this, sue. It has a little Y sound. But in American English, it's pronounced like this, sue, sue. So in British English, it's suing, and in American English, it's suing. And that's similar to the word suit. In British English, it's suit. In American English, it's what? Suit. Let's look at the pronunciation and the meaning of allegedly. This word is word number 2 in my online course, The 400 Advanced Words You Must Know for Fluent English. Let's listen to my explanation directly from the course, and you will notice that I pause and I give you a chance to repeat, and also in the course I talk a lot about pronunciation and connecting words together and stressing the right words. Let's listen. Alleged. Alleged means suspect, doubtful, without proof. Something illegal happened, but you don't have any proof. So the word alleged is an adjective, but we have an adverb that's pronounced this way, allegedly. The ed is pronounced as a separate syllable. Listen again, alleged, allegedly, allegedly. The police arrested a man who allegedly stole the money. Make sure you're connecting arrested a man. Let's say that again. The police arrested a man who allegedly stole the money. The student failed the test after the teacher alleged that he cheated on it. In this case, we don't say alleged, we say alleged. And let's link the words cheated on it. Cheated on it. The student failed the test after the teacher alleged that he cheated on it. All 7 hours of the video course are also available on downloadable audio so you can listen wherever you are. Plus, there is a downloadable list of all the words, including sample sentences and quizzes to test your knowledge along the way. And you have a chance to practice your accent because I talk a lot about the important rules related to the American accent. If someone alleges something, it means that someone says it happened, but maybe it hasn't been proved. We don't know for sure that it happened, it's just alleged. We can say the alleged crime, the alleged murder, the alleged victim. Let's look at the pronunciation of the word fraud. That AU is pronounced like this, fraud. Fraud is a crime of using dishonest methods to get something valuable from another person. We can say, he's going to jail for fraud. Or, I saw some fraudulent charges on my credit card statement. The article talks about review fraud. Reviews are customers' comments about a product. So review fraud is fake comments. They're not real buyers. They were probably paid to write the reviews. To heat up means to increase, to grow in intensity. Let's read the sentence again, and this time you'll be able to understand it. I will pause and I will give you a chance to repeat and practice your pronunciation. Amazon is suing more than 10,000 Facebook group administrators for allegedly orchestrating review fraud on Amazon Marketplace. As the war on fake reviews continues to heat up. Let's look at the next paragraph and learn some more vocabulary. The online retailing behemoth filed a lawsuit in Seattle's King County Superior Court on Tuesday, accusing the people in charge of these Facebook groups of brokering fake reviews for third-party Amazon sellers in exchange for money or free products. The groups are set up to facilitate incentivized and misleading product reviews across Amazon stores in the US, UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and Japan, the company said in a press release. Let's look at the word behemoth. A behemoth is a huge creature, a beast, a scary monster from the Bible and from Greek mythology. But we also use this word metaphorically. When something is huge, especially a powerful organization like Amazon or Apple or Microsoft, an organization that makes you feel small and powerless when you have to deal with them. The sentence says, the online retailing behemoth filed a lawsuit. So Amazon is the online retailing behemoth because it's huge. And to file a lawsuit, it means to start a process by which a court of law makes a decision to end a disagreement between people or organizations. To take someone to court, to sue them. Another word in this paragraph was brokering, and the verb is to broker. The paragraph said, brokering fake reviews for third-party Amazon sellers in exchange for money or free products. To broker is to arrange a deal or agreement between two or more groups. We can say, John brokered a multi-million-dollar deal between the two companies. Or the foreign ministers had failed to broker peace between the two countries. And what is a third party? A third party can be a person or a company other than the main two that are involved. Someone who is not one of the two main people involved in a legal case or an agreement, but they're somehow affected or involved. We can use third party this way. The two companies will meet with a neutral third party to resolve the disagreement. Or we can say, this product needs to be tested for safety by an independent third party. Let's listen to the way some other people used third party.
The ability of a third party to prosecute a crime.
Commercial properties owned by a third party.
They collect it, they accumulate it, and then later on they sell it to a third party.
The sentence says, accusing the people in charge of these Facebook groups of brokering fake reviews for third-party Amazon sellers in exchange for money or free products. Let's look at the verb to incentivize. In the sentence, it's used like this. The groups are set up to facilitate incentivized and misleading product reviews across Amazon stores. To incentivize is to provide someone with an incentive. An incentive is something that motivates you to work harder or to take some kind of action. If you give someone an incentive, you give them a reason to do something, especially by offering some kind of reward. We can say a salary increase will give the employees incentive to work harder. And now let's use the verb to incentivize. We can say the company is trying to incentivize its employees by giving them a bonus. Let's listen to how some other people used it.
It doesn't incentivize anybody to really solve the problem.
The teachers who are doing well incentivize and give them bonuses, so there's an incentive to perform well.
You can use the markets to incentivize good behavior, to incentivize good outcomes.
Incentivized product reviews, that means that they were probably being paid to write the reviews. They were given an incentive to do it, and the incentive was probably money. Let's look at the word misleading. The groups are set up to facilitate incentivized and misleading product reviews across Amazon stores. If something is misleading, it makes you believe that something is true, but it's not true. We can say, this advertisement is intentionally misleading, or it would be misleading to say that the economy has improved. Misleading is an adjective, and the verb is to mislead, and the past tense is misled. We can say, you misled me, and that means you told me something that wasn't true. Or in the passive voice, we can say, I was misled to believe that he was an honest person. Let's look at the whole paragraph again, and you will be able to understand it. I will read it, and I will pause so that you have time to repeat after me. The online retailing behemoth filed a lawsuit in Seattle's King County Superior Court on Tuesday. Accusing the people in charge of these Facebook groups of brokering fake reviews for third-party Amazon sellers in exchange for money or free products. The groups are set up to facilitate incentivized and misleading product reviews across Amazon stores in the US, UK, Germany, Italy, Spain, and Japan. The company said in a press release. Let's look at another sentence from the article to learn more vocabulary. Through the lawsuit, Amazon says it aims to identify the fraudsters who operate these fake review schemes and shut them down. Look at the word fraudsters. Fraudsters are people who commit fraud, being deceitful and lying to get something. It could be something very serious or not so serious. It's generally a crime. Let's look at the word scheme. Scheme. That SCH is pronounced like this. Scheme. A scheme is a clever plan, especially to do something that is bad or illegal. We can say, they created a scheme to steal money from elderly people. Scheme is also a verb. We can say to scheme, to plan to do something illegal or bad. For example, we can say they were scheming to rob the bank, or John's colleagues were scheming to get him fired. Let's read the sentence again, and I will pause so you have time to repeat. Through the lawsuit, Amazon says it aims to identify the fraudsters who operate these fake review schemes and shut them down. You understand the meaning of that sentence now, right? Let's go on to the next paragraph and let's learn some more vocabulary. Our team stopped millions of suspicious reviews before they're ever seen by customers. And this lawsuit goes a step further to uncover perpetrators operating on social media, says Dharmesh Mehta, Amazon's Vice President of Selling Partner Services. Let's look at the meaning of the word perpetrator. A perpetrator is a person who does something harmful, illegal, or immoral. Basically, someone who has committed a crime. We can say, the witness saw the perpetrator stealing the car. Or, the perpetrator of that horrible crime must be found and punished. Let's listen to how some other people used perpetrator.
And if a perpetrator lives outside the country where a victim lives, then you may not be able to insist that the perpetrator come into local courts to face justice.
The line between victim and perpetrator is extremely blurry.
Let's look at the paragraph again, and I will pause so you can repeat. Our team stopped millions of suspicious reviews before they're ever seen by customers. And this lawsuit goes a step further to uncover perpetrators operating on social media, says Dharmesh Mehta, Amazon's Vice President of Selling Partner Services. I'm sure you understand that paragraph better now. Let's look at the next paragraph. Amazon's new legal filing comes on the heels of renewed governmental efforts to quell the widespread fake reviews industry, which influenced around $152 billion in global spending last year, according to a report from the World Economic Forum. The UK government announced new plans in recent months to make fake reviews clearly illegal, while the US Federal Trade Commission proposed to tighten related guidelines to bring them up to speed with the modern digitized economy. Let's look at the expression on the heels of, and that means to happen soon afterwards or to happen close behind. For example, we can say the drop in housing prices comes on the heels of rising interest rates. Or this new disaster comes on the heels of the earthquake. Let's look at the verb to renew. Renewed governmental efforts. To renew is to begin again, to happen again after a pause, or to begin again with more energy and enthusiasm. For example, we can say, after the movie about Elvis was released, there was a renewed interest in his music. Let's look at the verb to quell. To quell means to reduce, to suppress, to crush completely. Usually it means to reduce something bad. For example, we can say to quell the violence, to quell the riots, to quell the demonstrations, to quell the panic. Police were called to quell the violence. Let's look at that sentence again. Amazon's new legal filing comes on the heels of renewed government efforts to quell the widespread fake reviews industry. Look at the words tighten and guidelines. To tighten means to make something tighter, right? And guidelines are rules or instructions about the best way to do something. We can say the accident occurred because they didn't follow safety guidelines. So to tighten the guidelines means to make the rules more strict. The next expression is to bring someone up to speed or to be up to speed. To be up to speed means to have the most recent and accurate information or knowledge. And to bring someone up to speed means to give someone the latest and most recent information about something. I was away from work for 2 weeks. Please bring me up to speed on the latest developments. Let's look at the sentence again. The U.S. Federal Trade Commission proposed to tighten related guidelines to bring them up to speed with the modern digitized economy. Let's look at the paragraph again, and I will pause so you can repeat. Amazon's new legal filing comes on the heels of renewed governmental efforts to quell the widespread fake reviews industry, which influenced around $152 billion in global spending last year. According to a report from the World Economic Forum. The UK government announced new plans in recent months to make fake reviews clearly illegal, while the US Federal Trade Commission proposed to tighten related guidelines to bring them up to speed with the modern digitized economy. I'm sure you learned a lot of words and expressions. Let's review them. I will show you a list of those words so you can test yourself to see how many of them you remember. You can also pause the video after each word to make your own sentences. And if you don't remember the meaning of the words, watch the video again. Here are the words. To sue, suing. Allegedly. Fraud. Heat up. Behemoth. To file a lawsuit. Brokering. Third party. Incentivized. Misleading. Fraudster. Scheme. Perpetrator. On the heels of. Renewed. To quell. Guidelines. To bring up to speed. How did you do? You have learned a lot of advanced words. Don't stop. Keep reading newspaper articles and you're going to feel a lot more confident about being truly fluent in English. Thanks for watching and keep practicing your English. To get the 2 courses, the American Accent course and the 400 advanced words you must know for fluent English, go to accurateenglish.com.